The way that the bill is currently written, I won't support it. I think there needs to be more protection measures in place. So that's where I am personally. I won't be making a personal position on the bill tonight, but I think it's important as the local MP to hear what the community has to say, and that's what really tonight's about.
The status quo we have for people who get to the end of their life and have some condition or some suffering is intolerable. Actually, I think it's barbaric. I think it's inhumane. Second of all, that this bill, the End of Life Choice Bill that I put before Parliament, is actually the goods when it comes to protecting those who want nothing to do with it.
I introduced into Parliament the Death with Dignity Bill in 1995 for one simple reason, and that is that I believed it was the inalienable human right of every individual to be able to order their own passing. Television New Zealand ran a poll that showed that over 2/3 of New Zealanders were in support of that bill. And over the last 23 years, that poll rating has only increased.
My 28-year-old sister began her battle with ovarian cancer. The chemotherapy, the surgery, the distress, and we nursed her in our home, and that brought it all the more closer. She submitted in the first Health Select Committee Commission, and she talked about how this sort of legislation, this sort of bill, would have put a tremendous amount of pressure on her. She fully understood what it means to feel desperate and want it all to come to an end. And she felt that the pressure that this sort of legislation would have put on her may have been enough to tip her over, and she was relieved that she was spared of that.
And I'm opposed to euthanasia in principle. And one reason I'm opposed to it in principle is because since time immemorial we have had a ban on killing. Lots of people get killed, but you have to have a reason. And your actions are subject to scrutiny. What this bill says is we're now going to remove that scrutiny. And in my view that is a very big step to take because we've never done that before. In most countries, it does not happen.